Yo, yo. Alright, this is a guide for the Jake break. I'm gonna show you how to fucking Elden Ring up in this bitch. Alright, so... obviously, if you're doing Soul Level 1, you want to pick Wretch. You start out with a club. But obviously, it doesn't really matter too much. But obviously, for you, you probably want to pick Samurai. It's probably the best starting class. And then... so this is your origin, Samurai, keepsake. So... probably... there's a certain boss that you probably want the cracked pot for. I'll show you that later. This doesn't really matter too much because it just takes it from the world. So it's not like if you don't pick one of these, it's not like it doesn't really matter. It's just like a convenience thing. But I'm just gonna, I always go with the cracked pot right here. And just grab that item. And then for this boss, you can just jump right off the cliff. So even if you do kill this boss, it makes literally zero difference, so I will just jump off the cliff. Grab this bonfire. Doesn't really matter that much, but... okay. Now you're gonna head up to this first church here. So there's a guy on a horse right there. Probably just don't even want to interact with that guy, because that guy's kind of OP as fuck. Okay, so you can grab the smithing stone right here. And bonfire right here. And that guy right there. Guy looks like Santa. He's like a merchant.
And I can also that you're not then.
You don't really have to talk to him right now, but so you can buy and sell shit from him. And he has these more crack pots right here too. So, and a crafting kit, so we're gonna buy these later.
Goodbye.
So now we can just head north. Okay, we can just rest at this bonfire.
Have they served you? I can turning route to aid you. You need to the foot.
Okay,
Then it's
obviously hit
settled. Summon me.
accept.
Ah, I bequeath. It will summon torrent. Has treat him with.
Okay, and I always pass the time. I just go until like morning or noon or whatever, just because at night there is more bosses that spawn at night. Okay, so this is your pouch right here. So I always put my so this is your horse summoning spectral seed. So ignore all this shit right here. This is for like seamless co-op. So all this shit right here is all for seamless co-op, so just ignore all that shit. So this is your spectral steed right here. So I always have this as my very top one. And like select your pouch, you're just gonna hold triangle or Y, and then see how that changes on the bottom left. So then you can hit just like whatever it is, like hold like triangle and then hit up on the D-pad, and you'll summon your horse. And you can just have it as your regular item too, but I always have it in my pouch items because so I don't have to look for it whenever I need it. Okay, so now we're just gonna head this way.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
And I think there's a smithing stone right here. We can just pick that up. Yep. Go down here. Grab this bonfire right here. This is where I'm at on the map now. Right here. And I'll just grab this map real quick. So, whenever you see this in undiscovered area, that means there's a map fragment there. And you can get a like giant section of the map. Yeah, we're actually gonna go over here though. Okay, so at these churches right here, so at these right here, you get a sacred tier, and that upgrades your flask in terms of like how much percentage of health it does when you heal. And then this one, at this church specifically, there is your Flask of Wanderous Psych. So the Flask of Wanderous Psych, I also put in my pouch. I always usually put it right here on the right side. So this is like a special flask that has like special unique abilities for like either attacking, defense, like whatever. So now we're gonna go right here actually. And there is a hidden portal. And we're just gonna go through here. just go right in front of here. Make sure you do not stagger that guy right there before, or aggro him, before you get this bonfire right here. So yeah, you can just get that. You don't need to rest at it. Okay, so you can just walk by this guy. Don't even try to fight that guy because we'll get your ass kicked. So whenever you see these trees here too, always pick up the item right here because it gives you a golden seed. And those are for upgrading your flask in terms of like how many flasks you have in total. And the max is 14 that you can have. Grab this. And we're in K-Lid right now, which is like a very, very hard area, but we need to grab some shit here. So don't fight this guy either. You can just sprint down the bridge. Because he will not hit you. Okay, there's gonna be like one of these tree sentinels here too. So try not to aggro this guy. Try to go like way farther right than I did. But yeah, that guy's very hard. Just ignore him. But behind this tree here, this giant tree, there's one of these things here, and if you jump on it, you'll fly way up here. Don't worry about fall damage either. You can't get fall damage if you jump on one of those. Okay, so we're just gonna go up to this fort right here. Make sure to grab this bonfire right here. You don't need to rest at it. You can if you want. But okay, so now we're gonna go in here, and there's two items we're gonna grab in here. One is a medallion that we need for this elevator way later, and you can sprint through all this bullshit. These guys may or may not poison you right at this ladder. Okay, I didn't get poisoned. If that fills up, you'll get poisoned, which isn't like the end of the world or anything. But just if you do, just watch your health because it will go down. Okay, so this is where the medallion is in this chest. So we need this later. And now we're just going to jump down here. Just don't fight any of these guys either. Okay, so watch out. Okay, there's like enemies in here. Just gonna have to. Okay, so we're gonna make this weird jump right here. So jump right here, and then watch out for this rat, and then grab this right here, and then oh shit, I'm probably gonna die. That's fine. It doesn't matter if you die after you. I forgot to put an item in my pouch. It's fine though. Literally doesn't matter at all. So if you get that, so I just grabbed a talisman that I always grab on soul level 1. It's not that important. It does boost the, so it's called the Radagon Sourceal, so it greatly increases your tributes, but also increases the damage taken, so lowers your defense. So, as you can see, it like really increases like a lot of like really good stats for this build while you have it on, but you will take more damage. So it's probably like it's good for beginning game, but not good for end game at all. But you always have to have it for soul level 1. Okay, so now we can head west right here. I'll grab this map fragment first. Usually I don't, but just so you can see on the map. So we're just gonna head down here, grab this map fragment. You don't need to grab any of these items right here. Watch out for these dragons, though. So, grab this map fragment right here. And we will actually kill this thing right... The fuck is it? Right here. Okay. So... you can just kill this thing. So, if you roll it off the edge, it'll die. Or just kill it normally, doesn't matter. Kind of a... okay. So watch out if you don't knock it off the edge, because it will explode and kill you. But if you just knock it off the edge, it's fine. So that is for, like, special weapon upgrading, which we will use later. It's just for one boss. It's not like... we don't really need it, but... it's just for one boss we'll use it for, unless you want to use a special weapon, because... and we'll grab this shit too down here. Another Somber Smithing Stone 9. Okay, now we can just warp back up to Fort Faroth. Okay. So now we can go to this giant white thing and grab another... some more shit. So up here, there's just like some fucking smithing stones. So now we can jump down here. Land on that. And there is another church down here for a flask upgrade. So, flask upgrade right here. Sacred Tier. You can grab this bonfire. Okay, now we're actually going to warp back up to Fort Faroth again. Okay, now we're just gonna, so this rock wall on fire, we can just follow this all the way down. Okay, watch out for this gap right here. So you're just gonna try to like make a jump right here. Pretty easy, just double jump. Pretty easy. Keep following the rock wall. Okay, and then we can just grab this. Now we can just keep headed down here. Sprint past all these clowns. And then, if you want, you can grab this, just to have a safety bonfire. Then there's a giant dragon right there. Obviously ignore him. So another map fragment right here. So there's another merchant right here. So this guy, so see how it says 0 crackpots? So those are the crackpots that we selected at the start of the game. So if you don't do that, you can just buy it from that guy, but I usually always just have it. So another seed fragment right here. And so there's an abundance of these, so it's not like you need to grab every single golden seed fragment in the game. You do need to grab the sacred tears at the churches. Those there is a that you need to do to have max flask upgrades, but for the golden seed there's a abundance of them, so but obviously just grab all of them when you can. So grab this bonfire right here. Okay, so this is the first time resting, so she is going to take you to the round table hold, which is fine.
I can take gathering place. Let my hand.
Yeah, this is like your hub area. This is your blacksmith right here, where you can upgrade your weapons and shit, and then this. Over here. Is the Twin Maidens, and you can just buy shit from them. And then, if you offer them a bell bearing, this lady will have different shit too, so. Right, we're just gonna go back over to Kaled right here. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this one item right here. So there is one of these things right here. And just special ability twice. So this is a really, really good Ash of War that we're going to use for a weapon later. You can put it on this if you want, but I'm just going to keep the Unsheath. So this is your Ash of War too. So for this it's Sheath, so if you just hold left trigger and then hit right trigger, that's this ability. So always to activate your special ability, your Ash of War, just hold left trigger. Okay, so now that we got that, we're gonna go back over to Mistwood Outskirts. Okay, so we can see that giant tree in the sky right here. There's an item right there that we're gonna grab. So grab this item right here. Really, really good Ash of War spike cracked here. It's another weapon or another thing we're gonna use later. Okay, and then like head like southwest to this point on your map right here. And watch out because there is a sleeping bear. And so all these things right here, grab these. Called Trina's Lily. We're gonna use these later. Let's grab all those. So this is a really good talisman too we're going to use later. Axe talisman. It increases your if you hold your charge attack or whatever the fuck. Yeah, enhances charge stacks, yeah. Okay, so now we're just going to keep heading south. We're going to go to this fortress right here. There's also a merchant right here that sells
Customer. Yes, right this way. Well, value these. I'm hungry.
so Trina's Lily, and also some smithing stones. Trina's arrow. So these are sleep arrows, so these are really good. So hopefully, you don't need to grab these, but you might for the certain boss. But the Trina's Lily is what we need for like your sleeping jars later for a boss. And then smithing stones. So, alright, shit. Okay, so let's come up to this fortress right here. Hug the left side. And then another golden seed right here. Grab this. And there's also a bonfire. What the fuck is it? Yeah, right down there. So probably grab that. I'm not going to though. Drop for this guy. Drop for that guy. Fireballs at you. Just run up this. Okay, so there's also going to be like a OP knight, so literally just sprint right towards here. Climb up here. Watch out for that guy. Okay, so we're going to grab this chest right here. And then you can just die or fucking... Almost kill myself. So now we have the 2 medallions for the elevator that we need. Okay, so now we can just go to the first step. Just gonna grab some more shit. Change to